about some of the features in real time.
Excellent. Thank you, Christian. We're glad to be here, and we've been watching and working with the Dynamics NAV team for almost 2 decades now, and we're more excited than ever about the platform enhancements, the improved integration, and some of the capabilities that are there and are coming with the Dynamics product. Paul, Kirill, Dan, they all talked about leveraging other Microsoft technology, and we think of .NET, we think of the Microsoft BI stack, and there's some really great stuff there. Probably for the average end user, they don't care. What they care about is that they have the right information at the right time in a format that's useful to them. So the Microsoft Office 2010 product has a lot of pretty obvious functionality. You still hear me? Yep. And so what we attempted to do with the JetReports Express product is jump up on top in a sort of zero-plus training approach to fantastic.
Show the debugger.
That's for the debugger. We'll try that one more time. So what we did was we worked with the team to create kind of a zero-plus training approach where we really take advantage of the Microsoft Office 2010 functionality. So these are some of the reports that Christian was talking about. We have more. We're going to take a look at one of the reports here. And what we really have, I'm sure most of you have seen slicers in 2010. It allows us to move around, slice and dice the data, change the visualizations. You can do things like add trend lines, the different kinds of nice Microsoft Office 2010 functionality. So when we take a look at this, what we're looking at is pretty simple stuff that a lot of users really have the capability to do. So when we start to look at changing a report like this, the concept is we have the information up top, we have pivot table type information. So when I want to change information, it's kind of a drag and drop experience here where I click in here, and as a user I can change around the information, add more details. I can come up here, and I'm a little bit small here for my resolution, but I'll just scooch around a little here. I can change around the chart itself, use the standard charting tools, so I can go in, switch the rows and columns around, change the chart type to a different kind of chart, and really get a different look and feel on the same information. And all the time, really what I'm doing is I'm leaning heavily on the Microsoft Office 2010 experience. So dragging and dropping gives me more information. When I go and I start to...
You can zoom out a bit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Give ourselves a little more space. Then we can start to collapse and expand stuff so we can see the information at a level that's relevant. So in this particular example, I added item numbers, which is okay, but what I'm really looking for is a little more meaningful bit of information there. So from the end user perspective, we're talking about using the field list and the standard pivot table types of information. So what I really want to do is I just want to reach up and grab the item description. But in this case, I really don't have it. So the guy who put together this report for me didn't give me that information. So we're going to take a little deeper dive into how we construct that. So what we really are doing here is we're bringing the information from NAV live into the table space in Excel. So then we have the standard kind of capability where we can slice and dice, filter, and do the things that you can do with an Excel table. In addition, we've got the Jet Ribbon itself, which has additional ribbon capabilities that allow us to change the design. And those of you who saw Dan this morning saw that he added a field to the table, and I'm going to do the same thing. What I want is I want the item description available for the guy who wants to drag and drop it and put it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a column. I'm going to put in the item description. And for Dan, I think he pulled the location code. for me, I could grab the description, but the technical guys in the crowd probably know in item ledger entry, it's not really what you want to see. You want to see it from the item card. Now, what I've got right here is a visual indicator that tells me I'm not quite done yet. And so what I'm going to do is take a look at, well, first I don't want any item. I want to link this to the item that goes with this transaction. So I'll use the link information, come up here, tell it that I want it from the item table, I want to link on the number field, and I want to link it when it is equal to the item number here. And what I'm basically doing is just using standard JET functionality to link multiple tables. So now I've told it how to link, and this is telling me I'm not quite done yet. I'm going to go in here to the table. This is where I can keep information, filters, that kind of construct. So here I'm going to just reduce it down to a single year and tell it that the link exists, point it where I have it, and at this point I'm pretty good to go. So what I've got is, whoops, I think I didn't spell that right.
Description linked to. Let's see.
Well, I'll have to, I never want to use this in a description. D-E-S-C. That's the trouble with English as a second language. All right, so at this point, I've got it typed right, spelled right, and it's going out to the database right now, pulling in the information, consolidating it into a single table here, and bringing the stuff in. Now, there's a couple of fields right there that I didn't talk about. There's business group and customer group. And if you're really paying attention, you'll notice that they don't have a space in them. And what that is telling us is that those are advanced dimensions. So they're not really fields in the table, but we treat them the same way. So reporting on advanced dimensions is nothing special here. We bring it into the table, and off we go. So we've done what we needed to do to change the back end of this report. Now from the business user perspective, they can lose the item number. They can get the description, which is now available. Drag and drop. They're ready to go, and it changed the report. So that's pretty much what the experience that we've got here. We just want to say that we're excited to be here to bring this functionality at a very easy level to the end users. That what we're really doing is jumping up on top of Microsoft Office 2010, nav integration, and putting it all together. That's what I got.
Thanks, Joe.